Well, yeah, well, he was really good, but I mean, he's one of the elite in the game. You know, I mean, he's say top 5. You know, there's so many good ones out there, but and he was on. But one thing I thought we made him work pretty hard. You know, and then you know, Jose got the hanging breaking ball and did what you should do. Gave us a lead, but it was, you know, it was one of those kind of ball games. You know, like we always play with these guys. It seems, you know, tight ball games, great competitive games, and Jose's been really hot, and he didn't miss it when he got the hanger. So, and you know, but we battled all day. You know, it was one of those games could have gone either way because you know they got a really good offense, a tough one to stop down, one of the best ones in baseball. So that you know, you play here, you never feel great.
John, what did you think about Marco's start today?
Oh shoot, he was great. You know, really typical Marco. You know, the leadoff home run, first pitch of the game, and then he did his thing. You know, he ended up giving his 6 innings, which we needed against, like I said, a very good offense. It's tough to shut down. So, I can't say enough good things about him. I just repeat him every time he pitches normally. So. Typical Estrada outing, I guess.
There were so many moments in that game that could have turned it the other way, and I was wondering when you and Joe West were talking and holding the baseball, what was going on in that conversation?
Well, actually, the first conversation we had, I told my daughters, Joe's a big country music fan. He sings. I told my daughter's playing tonight. I told him where. I want to know if he wanted tickets. That was the first conversation. The other one was, I can't tell you that. I mean, you gotta separate the lines, you know. But the other one, you know, he thought the ball hit the ground, so he looked at the ball. I'd never seen that happen, but. You know, when there was a scuff on the ball, you could tell where it hit the ground. So that was basically that. Yeah, I mean, they ruled it a foul ball, yeah. Hey, Joe's been around forever, you know, and he's still one of the best umps in baseball. You know, he runs the game. You know, nobody messes around with him. And so we had a little fun. Yeah, he foul tipping whether they actually hit the ground or the catcher held onto, so he would have been out. But what'd you say? He didn't foul the ball? Yeah, I mean that's a tough call for. I mean that's a tough call for any umpire where you're standing. You know, to actually see if it ticks it or not. A lot of times they hear the sound and things, but. Because Joe, I'm sure. Let me see that ball. He could tell whether it actually hit the dirt or not. He was looking for the mark on it, and there was a mark on it. So he was right.
John, 5 straight wins. How would you characterize your team given April to where it's now 3 games under 500? That was one of your loose goals to get to 500 by the end of this month, and maybe looking forward from here.
Zoro, we're playing good baseball. Really, the whole month of May. Month of April wasn't a very good one. There's no question about that. You can't sugarcoat that. But we picked it up. We always felt confident in the guys that were basically filling in for the last 6 weeks for some key spots. Have really just stepped up and done a tremendous job. But really a lot of things have switched. Early on we couldn't get that big hit or that big break or the big out. Now we're getting those things. And ball's starting to leave the ballpark. The month of April, it seemed like everything was landed at the warning track. Now it's just really looks like our old team, but they've been playing hard. They've great intensity from that beginning till now. So that's never been an issue. It's just a lot more things are going our way really, and we're playing a better brand of baseball.
Goins had an adventurous day. Can you just talk about his defensive plays today and the odd, weird error that he was scored?
Well, yeah, he had a really good day. I mean, you looked at double play in the 7th inning. You know, was a hell of a play. And then, you know, the play on Odor there in the 9th. You know, he's up the middle a little bit. I mean, he's shading that side of the bag, but he had to come a long way, and Odor can really run. I think on the pop up, I think he just dropped it on the transfer. You know, yeah, I mean, that was one of those things. That's a judgment call. Thought he had it long enough, and I don't know if he came in. And I actually, to be honest, I wasn't even watching. I was looking at the scorecard. Huh? Yeah, he ended up getting him in first, but that, you know, but other than that, he had a tremendous day. You know, and but you know, they asked about in the month of May, that I mean, he's been a key part of that. I mean, he had a tremendous month, and you know, some big home runs, some big hits, great defense, and we wouldn't be in this spot trying to get back to where, you know, the top, you know, without Gogo, that's for sure.